Hi, YouTubers. Oh, wait, the sound's not on. Wait 1 second. 1 second. Hi, YouTubers. This is Dustin from the now... Not, I was going to say now famous, but then I'm like, who we lying to? I'm putting in some compressors to get that sound out of here. Hopefully. Hopefully, we'll see. Come on in, Sean. The water's fine.
Hey, what's going on, YouTubers?
Hey, YouTubers.
YouTubers.
Huh?
Huh?
Ain't that nice?
Yeah, that is nice.
Okay, I think we're there. Look what I took the time to do.
Timing.
I took the time to go ahead and have this ready to go.
Oh, that's great.
Isn't that great? I didn't even realize that I could do that, and then what happened? I did it. I did it.
It's how all the best.
I wanted to show you this thing because remember last week when we had the high five and you kind of freaked out?
Oh yeah.
And I didn't realize how important that was. That big moment was for you.
Okay.
That you had a hard time with the high fives, but I broke down the high five to super slow-mo, and I zoom in on your face to show everybody. You first do a oops distraction, and you try to throw me off the high five.
You bastard.
Then you did a micro expression of your lip quivers. It quivers. And then what I did is I repeated it. I put it in several times because if you didn't have it on repeat, you would miss it. That's how micro of an expression it is. But you go, oh, God. Then your hand goes super stiff, super close to the body. You're keeping it high and tight. Eyes lock in on the target. I really broke it down. And then you just sort of lean into it, and I take care of the rest. I just go in. But when I take care of the rest, what happens? Your eyes go shut. Your eyes go shut. And it is quite adorable and funny. Hi, YouTubers. I wanted to catch him up
Are they
there.
going to be able to watch that too?
It's on videos. It's on our videos. You can check that out.
Yeah, but as we watch it now, I mean, are we going to be able to watch it?
They could, but it's I don't know how much you can hear of it. You know what I mean?
All right.
I guess if I did put it on another screen, we could, but then we'd be getting in trouble possibly.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's just do it. There's only one person here. Not to belittle our one person, but they haven't even commented, so it could be me. Let's see.
But comments are always welcome. I mean,
please, that's the only way we know that we're alive, is when you comment, when you make a comment right now. Oh, I do it right at the end. I'm just trying to figure it out in my head.
All right. Okay.
Keep talking for the people. Say hello.
So, hello.
Who are we? Oh, here we go. All right, never mind.
All right.
Okay, so here we go.
The rewind review.
Tries to distract with the finger point. Let me pause. Sorry. I'm going to make it bigger so we can see it a little bit better.
I like the dramatic music, too.
Oh, it's so dramatical.
Yeah, it's great.
Thank you. Okay, here we go.
All right.
Tries to distract. Little finger point down there. Little lip quiver. Boom. Eyes closed for prayer. I guess it wasn't that tough. See, this is something I'm finding is talking about something or researching something sometimes is harder and longer to do to talk yourself out of it than it is to just do it.
All right.
How about that
Yeah.
for some wisdom? Drop in some science.
It's wisdom. It's what the
Right
show's
at the
about.
top,
Communicating wisdom.
Ooh, thank you, bud.
You're welcome, guy.
Right at the top. Just bring in the fire.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, well,
Right at the top.
Justin's doing whatever it is that he's doing. I'll admit that I have.
Go ahead.
I've seen that.
Oh, it is. It's Scott. Say hi, Scott.
Hi, Scott. I've seen the Bo
Get that
Burnham's inside. I've finally gotten around to seeing Bo Burnham's inside.
How does it sound, Scott? How's it sound? You're on my phone right here. I'm talking to you. You through here, but on my phone as well. I'm looking at. Does it sound okay? That's the one thing we can't tell.
Okay.
But I've been selling this Bo Burnham inside.
He has been.
To the point where, let's face facts,
overselling it. Some
it
say.
could have been one of the reasons we lost our good friend Mike. I was overselling things.
Maybe.
But I've also learned something from that. And that is, we as a culture, as a human race,
Sure.
we almost have such segmented and, I got to use the word to say the word, compartmentalized lives.
All right.
That I end up on different wavelengths, right?
Yeah.
And so the thing that I remember so clearly is season 8, Game of Thrones. Now, even if people were behind for 6, 7 seasons, there was a gap there where people got to catch up. So the 8th season, everybody was on board.
I wasn't on board, though.
You weren't.
No.
But you also weren't on the show then.
Wasn't.
To be fair to this.
I have since watched it.
But each week, everybody was sort of on the same vibe, like,
Sure.
What's going on? And we, as a show, every week had gossip to talk about. We had that show.
Right.
And I guess I noticed that we hadn't had that same je ne sais show since.
Okay.
It's been hodgepodge this, good shows here, good shows there. But ultimately, being able to have a topic or a thing that we've shared. Look, Bo Burnham's inside. He talks about it's been a rough year for comedy.
Yeah.
It's been a rough year for people to find something funny. And then we found something funny at one time when it was the rich people race, and we were showing how fast they were racing to be rich.
Right.
And I was singing a song, and then we did the same thing with COVID. And then after the show, Mike said, I don't think that was funny. And I said, I don't either. Like, it was real difficult because it's not funny. But in the moment, we're trying to do a comedy show.
Sure.
And in the moment, I was trying to be funny. It just ended up, in retrospect, to not be. It literally made me sad that that's what happened. So I realized, is Melting Down Island made of the same people in the band Shoe? Yes. Here's the thing, though, Mr. C.E.S. Grimm. My band Shoe, we started out in 2004. I've released 7 albums, one of which was in February of this year, called The Human Condition Algorithm. There's been famous band members that have gone on. They're in Bruno Mars. They're in American Idol. They're doing things. I continue to use the band name Shoe because I started it by myself, and then I passed out hundreds of thousands of these buttons all around the world. All right, so it's Shoe, and they're every color of the rainbow, black, gray, everything, and sent them out to radio stations, everybody in the world, and then I started seeing that there's multiple shoes popping up over the last 16 years? I don't even know. 17
you're
years?
Suspicious. You think
It's not that I'm suspicious. It's just that I chose the name Shoe with a period because I found in the 70s there was The Shoe. And then they broke up and, moved
Sure.
on because as they do. And but then there was a New Zealand band, and I think that's the band he's talking about.
Oh.
So there is a New Zealand band that had I have an international award-winning album. The year that I won this award is the year that the New Zealand Shoe came out. And there were miscommunications because, of course, the internet doesn't care if I have a period at the end of it.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Apple Music and Apple iTunes, they didn't care at the time. So they just put the new Shoe above mine, which, whatever, doesn't matter what level it's on. But then their fans started going, this is not Shoe. Mm-hmm. And Tom Waits and Weird Al Yankovic and all of these, and somebody from the Rolling Stones who I can't think of right now, and someone from Aerosmith, they all voted that my album, The Speed of Life, was the #1 pop rock album of the year. So are there any physical releases of Shoe CDs particularly? See, that's it. Or is that the end? It's not an incorrect band. It's just, and here's the confusion, Mr. Grim, I don't want to gingerize you, but here's the issue: is that a few months ago, as I released my 7th album, there was I wanted to connect my YouTube. I have comedy, I have music, and I have music comedy. And I tried to put them all under this show, which I'm doing because of the lockdown and stuff. And I just, CD Baby was like, hey, do you want your YouTube? And I go, yes, that's what I'm trying to do. And I didn't know that there was a topic for Shoe. So all of the bands are all under Meltdown Island, which is my podcast, which is also my band Shoe. And I, like I said, have a lot of albums. And sadly, though, New Zealand, because they have their own YouTube in New Zealand, they probably have theirs. But here in America, where there's a lot of fans, to be fair, more than I've ever had, to be fair, they got caught up under my shoe. And I have apologized. I put a video out apologizing to you guys. I sure am not trying to take. I'm just trying to connect. And sadly, I'm going to be honest with you. I this week promoted the channel on TikTok to try to get some more viewers because we're only 30 away from 1,000, which means we start getting paid. But for some reason, much like Mr. Grimm here is finding out that this channel is not necessarily 100% Shoe, they started unsubscribing. So their music is always going to be here. You can like them, you can hit a bell for them, and each time they release a song, it's there. They are at the top of the page even. I'm sorry, I'm not understanding. Is the band that made that is the New Zealand Shoe you're a part of? They're the New Zealand Shoe. I'm the Human Condition Algorithm. I'm the Speed of Life. I do concept albums, and they just released that single. See, every time I release an album, they release an album right after me. So people are, I don't know what it is. I went to look for me on Spotify, couldn't even find my band, couldn't even find it. Because there's so many, there's rappers, there's French rappers, there's just, it seems like,
Called Shoe.
and I'm not saying that it's
Shoe.
because of my buttons, but part of me,
Could be. Though.
look, this is a good time to reveal.
Like
I have this head trauma here, and Sean hasn't seen it yet. And I thought I would reveal it to show that I have this head trauma here. And so I might get a little paranoid. And then, thank you. Are you planning physical releases of your work? I sure would. I have, I mean, right here is boxes of them. I have boxes of CDs right there. And I live in Detroit.
That Speed of Life actually is a really good album.
Thanks, bud.
I mean, even compared to like real musicians.
I mean, honestly, Tom Waits and Weird Al Yankovic, I cried like a baby when they said that I won because it's an international award. I beat out all kinds of bands and music, and it's I'm humbled by it. Yeah, the guys who did said I've done a whole lyric album. Oh yeah, sure, show it.
It's called The Speed of Life.
That's mine out. That's the big album. That's the one. Got it fully orchestrated. Anyway, hi Mark. How are you, Mark?
Yeah, the horns. They make really.
The horns are delicious. I tried to go after
fantastic.
a Beatles sound. I tried to go after like a lot of horns.
Well, it's got a great sound. I'm not even just saying that
because you're on the show with me and I'm begging you to like me.
No. It's not even because you're holding me hostage.
No, yeah. Am I?
No. You just lock the doors and I can't get out.
I thank you for your question, C.S. Graham. I'll be honest with you. This is one of those things that keeps plaguing me emotionally and mentally because I feel so bad. And I shouldn't feel as bad as I do because I'm only trying to connect my stuff. But I just, as a fan of Radiohead, I would be upset if there were 4 of the Radioheads and I was following the wrong one. Mm-hmm. So there's part of me that gets it 100%. And I hope, stick around, There's I don't even know how to say the name. Sedalayo is on this page as a single because they just released it a few months ago. just after the human condition algorithm.
Huh.
And it's not a competition, but now I've got to do something.
You've thrown down the gauntlet.
Is Meltdown Island on YouTube? I wish that was a thing.
That Mikula, he's
the
best at what he does.
He's pretty good. He's funny. We have a lot of comedians who come in here and just drop their jokes about whatever's happening. And this is definitely a thing that's been happening for months. Man, I'm glad somebody finally talked about it, and I got to talk about it.
Yeah.
And talked directly to one of their fans. Because I don't want it to be like, oh, this guy's like, oh.
Yeah.
Because I definitely...
I mean, when it comes to technology stuff, you're not really that great.
I'm not good at technology. Well, thank you.
So...
Thank you, I guess.
I mean, I can see where it makes sense you would try and join your channels and not...
I hit
realizing
one button
that it would pull all these other people into the net.
One button, and all of a sudden, it looks like I'm like a button pusher. I had nothing. That's crazy.
No,
so you aren't in control of the band in New Zealand? No. But YouTube gave you the uploads of all of their albums because they shared the name with you. It's pretty funny in a way. Thank you. I do think this is, as a comedy show, I do think it's hilarious. Have they reached out to you at all? They haven't. However, I'm going deep into the embarrassment, okay? This is something I did not want to get into.
I am still listening now.
So
he actually hasn't told me this part yet.
When I released The Speed of Life, I'm not on a label, and they have a label. And like I said, there was a bunch of people on iTunes, Apple iTunes, who were like, this isn't my shoe. This band sucks. And I'm like,
oh,
the comments, look, whatever you think about my music or me as a human being, which, let's face facts, is some things, I'm in no way, I don't know. It just felt very petty. And it felt like, I don't know, a young person did it, or somebody who is in their band. Again, head trauma, paranoia. I email their label.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
What?
Oh, no. And I said, how dare you?
Oh, boy. All right.
Well, it was more like, look, I'm an independent artist. I chose this name, I think this was in 2010, 2011. I chose this name 6 years ago and released 3 albums at that point.
Speed of Life was 2010. So
That's
it was
it.
Before that.
No, it was that album.
Oh, okay.
That's what I mean. People are going on there saying that album sucks. And in comments, it doesn't matter. But to people who don't know you and who just are like, oh, here, I found this band. Oh, everyone's saying this band sucks. Scroll. It's that simple, and it's gone. So it was the funniest part of all, this is maybe that I heard from a lot of other shoe fans that the reason I had so much trouble finding their official music is because they broke up the band. Oh, no. They didn't. Oh, no. So they
may not exist
They
anymore.
do exist. They do exist.
All right, okay.
You can find them on Spotify. You can find them here. You can find them literally on this YouTube page. Egg.
No.
What's
There's a David Bowie song called Speed of Life. Are you David Bowie?
I just don't need this right now, Mark. Not right now. Give me 5 minutes, bud. So I emailed their manager saying, look, could you guys not put negative comments on our release? This is, I've invested time, money, effort, a year of my life, paid. This is my biggest release. I just won an award. Leave me alone out of your, I'm not, if anything, I found out that you were a band. And I thought, wouldn't it be hilarious if we went on a joint, what do you call it? Tour.
A shoe off? Oh,
a tour. Because we're both one shoe and we come a pair and we tour together. Wouldn't that be hilarious?
That'd be great.
Thank you. But I think I burned that bridge when I emailed. I'm so happy I found this by accident then. This whole story is absolutely worth it. Thank you so much, dude. Because the thing is for somebody who doesn't know the other band, this just sounds like a bunch of drama, basic nothingness. But to people of me and this person, this is a real thing. I should point this way. It's a real thing because music is so personal. It's so individual. You put headphones on. Again, we're segmented from the world. Everything's
Right.
compartmentalized, which I have to use that word to say the word. And so, for them to think that that band broke up, that's again cause for them to then come and attack me. Again, that's paranoia. But I ain't trying to cause no trouble. I don't want no trouble with other people around the
nobody wants
world.
trouble.
If anything, New Zealand.
Especially New Zealand's great.
New Zealand's great.
I mean, that's the place that all the billionaires are buying land for their post-apocalyptic bunkers.
Is it really?
Yeah. I think New Zealand actually had to put the kibosh on foreign ownership of land.
Put your best foot. What's that saying?
Looking forward to the reality show. Put your best foot forward. We're the best.
This is a contest show. We have brought shoe bands from all over the world. And you know the other crazy thing, Miss Viewer Grimm? I don't know. CS. What is this? Grimm. The other crazy thing is the Beatles themselves, back in their first few interviews when they had to explain their name, it was still part of the interview game. A guy goes, "So what does the name Beatles mean? What are you doing?" And he goes, "John actually said it. It's not me. I'm Ringo." And he goes, "It's just a name, isn't it? It's just like anything. We could have been called Shoe. It could be Shoe, And then Paul's like, "Yeah, the shoes, man." And George goes, Sescrim. Thank you, Sescrim. That's better than saying Mr. and Miss Grimm. Sescrim. It even rolls off the tongue pretty good. It's a good name. Yes, so I found the Beatles thing out after the second album. Like, we've already, we were working on The Speed of Life, and Fredley, who's come on Humongous Things, is the one who was like, "Hey, somebody at the record stores today told me about Beatles doing this." And we had to Google it, and we found it, and I was like, like, it was just shocking. Because, it's like they're speaking, like it's like I'm David Bowie in The Speed of Time.
All right.
It was a little bit. It was a play on The Speed of Life. The Speed of Life was a play on the Speed of Sound. Which is the
Speed of Sound? Speed of Light.
No, what's the Stevie Wonder album?
I don't know.
I think it's The Speed of Sound.
Okay.
And I was like, "Oh, look at me, I'm being all Swift." Anyway, thank you.
But there's also a thing called The Speed of Light.
That's a whole thing.
Which is a whole thing.
Yes.
I always figured that's what it was.
No. Okay. And maybe it is. Maybe it is a little play off that.
Maybe it is.
Speed of life is relative. Oh, no, this is it. Speed of life is relative to the speed in which you live, and the speed I'm living in is the speed of life. I had to go to a high school out in California and talk about my win because I just went out to visit Jamie and Fielder. He became a new teacher. And he's like, "Hey, does anybody want to come talk to my class about music or anything?" And I'm like, "I just won this award. I'd love to."
Well, how about that?
Songs in the Key of Life. That's it.
Key of Life.
And the Speed of Light and the Speed of Life all together. Thank you, Mark Mikula, our fact checker. But
that Mark, he's
top.
Great. He's great.
Last week he was a little late last week.
He's MVP.
But this week he's coming in strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I go out there and talk to the kids. I go, and I sing, and I told them the words. I go, "I'm gonna be honest with you. When you write a song, you don't even have to know what the words mean. I don't know what this chorus means, But ultimately, I'm living at the speed of life. It's just everybody's living at their own speed. So as the person singing it, I guess I'm hoping them saying, I'm living at their speed they're living at their speed of life. But I go, ultimately, it's kind of
how does the lyric progress?
The speed of life is relative.
Yes.
Into the speed in which you live,
right?
Which is the Einstein. If I'm in a train and you're going, I'm going faster than you are,
right?
Which how he came up with the speed of light.
Sure.
E equals mc squared. So it's all relative.
That's the theory of relativity.
It's theory of relativity. So the speed of life is relativity to the speed in which you live, and the speed I'm living in is the speed of life. It's
so
some sort of
circles back on itself.
Yes. It's sort of cubist.
Yeah.
I'm sort of a cubist. I like to try to make it a 4D connection.
But that to me is kind of one of the cool things about creating art is that even if you didn't specifically have an intent, any consumer of it is going to come up with an intent.
Yes,
So
but that's why it's so personal.
They do the work for you.
That's why I feel so bad. Seth Scrims talk about how they have been talking about the other band broke up.
Right.
They just released an album or a single, which is, you know, we're living in a single world.
Did you listen to it? Have you listened to it?
I haven't. If I'm gonna be honest, I haven't, because there's part of me that breaks my heart. Well, it breaks my heart.
I mean, but aren't you curious?
Well, then I'm gonna get competitive.
Okay.
Because there's a part of me that it breaks my heart that it's like that. First of all, there is a competition.
Should we listen to it right now?
I mean, it is on our page. Okay, let's do it.
I mean, it's just a couple seconds of it.
You're right. What did I just talk about? How it just takes longer to not do it than it does to do it. Okay. Oh, but it's emotionally a little difficult.
I mean, that's what makes
Letting You Down. Here's the one of
that's what makes it
Letting
so
You Down
compelling.
is the new one. March 4th, 2021. And I need to then share this. Let's go over here to share.
Don't panic, guy.
I'm not. I am. Could you tell? You could tell there for a second. It's playing.
Oh, no.
There it is.
I can't hear it. Can you hear it?
I cannot hear it.
Can you hear your headphones?
Oh, I can't hear it in the headphones. Here you go. That is a funny question. I mean, that sounds good. That's a good change. Bass sounds good.
Let's find out.
That rocks. That rocks. Oh, look, I'm doing the eye closed head shake. That's happening.
That's fun.
I mean, they've been together for a decade. They know what they're doing. At this point, let's face facts. Yeah. I'm already singing background vocals.
I like that image too of the foot, the leg on
Chicken.
legs.
Well, it's great. Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
And that is a funny question. I have not been a fan of theirs because there's been this personal undertone of. I haven't necessarily been a fan because there's an undertone of, oh, it's a competition, or oh, you know, they have a bigger following than me. There's jealousy there. You know, there's a question of why should I change my name? Oh, but I already have 4 albums.
Yeah.
Maybe something fresh would be good. Or why would you change when you know, it's this constant battle in my head. And that's a great song. I mean, that's great.
Yeah, it sounds great. And it's not like it's a shoe in Cleveland.
No. They're
in New Zealand.
They're literally on the opposite end of the world
The
from us.
world is big enough for 2 shoes, for sure.
You would think, however, the world is the internet.
Yeah.
Welcome to the internet. Have a look
It's
around.
from Bo Burnham. It's from Bo Burnham, in case you were curious where that's coming from.
Bo Burnham, if you like music, you like comedy, you will love Bo Burnham. Inside. I don't know about the others. I'm not putting my name on the line for the rest
endorsement
of his career, but he did have a breakthrough.
He had a home run.
He hit a home run.
And I'm not even necessarily a fan of predominantly musical comedy.
But you do like Family Guy.
That has a sprinkling. I mean, it's part of the mix. Anything that's, I mean, because that's probably like 80%.
80%.
Music.
I'd go with 80.
And normally, I mean, that's just not my thing. I like a little more narrative, I guess.
But there's so much narrative in the songs themselves.
But the song, each one of the songs has such an interesting hook and they're really well written. I think I feel, and they're performed and recorded well enough where I'm not missing all of the lyrics.
Says Graham, no apology needed. If anything, I would like to say this: thank you, because I've tried to have this conversation, and there's a guy who's just quit, who's been a part of the show for the last few years. Thanks. That's very sweet of you. The newest one is definitely new sounding, but the other one is more of a classic. Just never
Speed
go.
of Life. Speed of Life
is the one he says, and he's heard them all, which is kind of a no.
I mean, it's your award winner, guy. It's your award winner.
I really do thank you, because
that
this has been an amazing conversation on a day where things don't feel good. It's been a rough week. We had a flood in Detroit, which is where we live, and basements flooded, lost our AC, lost a lot, lost memories, lost relationships, lost a lot of things. So it's this conversation I've wanted to have, and Seth Grimm, I thank you so much for it. I appreciate it. So I don't accept your apology.
And actually, without you, we wouldn't have had anything else to talk about on the show.
I mean, we're going to do some BuzzFeed quizzes to figure out what our new show is,
right, that's
who
right,
we
fun.
are as a show. So that was one thought.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited about
That's
that.
fun.
We talked about that, and I was into it then. I'm into it now.
Well, let's get it into it. I already have it pulled up on the other screen, just like we just had.
All right, let's fucking do it, man.
No need to apologize. I waste their time here constantly. Yeah. Well, see, this is an interactive show. So, like, even we're about to go do BuzzFeed quizzes, and before we do one, we're going to probably ask which one you guys want us to do, which one the viewer wants, if that makes sense. Because, there's a lot of them. So I would go here. I guess turn it back on.
You're like, yep, great.
Bop, bop, ba-dee-dop. So we're an interactive show that talks, and we change. And look at me. I mean, you've seen this so far. I'm a bit of a what do they call it? ADD, ADHD.
That's a way of putting it.
It's a way of putting it. I hate this guy. I love him. Hate strong word when it's really love. Okay, so let's look at these quizzes then, guy. Which one you want to do?
I can't see them now.
All right, here we go.
Right.
I thank you so much, Seth Grimm. Okay, so here we are. BuzzFeed. Quizzes, Disney. I'm going to give you a font. Nope, don't care about that. Have you seen 17,000? What? Huh? Words aren't making sense right now. I think I usually have my head taped, and I don't today. And I think that I'm not able to process things I'm seeing very well. That's why I asked you to read that comment earlier, because I'm having a little weirdness.
We could see which iCarly character we are.
iCarly, that's one. Schitt's Creek's A to Z, reveal who you are more. Oh, that's one I'd like to do, Schitt's Creek.
All right.
You're a wild card, an agent provocateur, and an ideasman. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, here we go. This Schitt's Creek A to Z quiz. Have you watched the show?
Yeah.
Okay. So, first pick something important from Schitt's Creek. Starts with an A. Okay, so what's important? Oof. Award season. Alexis Rose. A little bit of Alexis. I'm not going with cosmetics. I'm good with that. I don't think that's my choice. What's your choice?
I feel like Alexis is important. I mean, she's a major character.
But a little bit of Alexis. It's a little sexy. It's a little risque.
So it's Alexis, but also being sexy. Does the show care about that? Because we're doing this for the show. I mean, I personally would probably choose a little bit of Alexis.
Okay, I would too. Then
But
I just wouldn't do it politically correct.
Okay.
And but if you agree, then I'm down. Pick something important from Schitt's Creek that starts with B. We gotta go A to Z. Oh, this might take too long. Bird attack.
Yeah, sure.
C. Crows. I still want to see the movie.
I
Cabaret was important. Cafe Tropical is definitely important.
I think that's the important.
You do.
I think so.
I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go with it because I rushed the last one, so I'm going to go with your pick on that one. Pick something important with D. David. Period.
Yeah.
Because how many times we hear David?
Yeah.
I mean, we all say David. E. Ew, David. Ooh, David.
Ooh, David.
You see anything else?
I'm down.
G.
With an F or G, they're starting to speed things up a little bit.
Thank God. Fold the cheese. Period. I think.
Folding the cheese.
I did a TikTok with that.
Yeah, great then.
It means something to me.
Yeah.
As a show. Pick something important. It's just great. H. Happy ending. Oh, Herb and wine. That's when she got drunk on wine and did that commercial. And I be honest with you, I never laughed so hard as that episode. I laughed so hard, and that's when I realized we're really watching a master's class in her doing accents or doing a dialect.
Great.
I like wine and not the label. That's it. What's the other one? I'm trying very hard not to connect with people. Yeah, I like the line, not the label. Schitt's Creek with a J. Jocelyn Shits. Johnny Rose. Oh boy, this is a big one. Jazza Gals. That's a big one. This is a big one. Jake, you're gone.
What happened to Jake?
He started dating someone else. There was almost a three-way, I think. Yeah, some other things. He came back as a joke every once in a while.
Huh. Okay.
Johnny Rose.
I feel like it's got to be Johnny Rose. Or the Jazza Gals. I mean, I do like the Jazza Gals. Johnny Rose.
Johnny Rose.
It has to be Johnny Rose.
K or L. Okay, so Larry Air. Okay, I do remember that.
I love that
me
she
for
names her wigs.
Love that journey for me. Lightning sweater. Kristen, one of Moira's wigs.
Huh.
What were you use that?
I think just because of the sentiment, to love that journey for me.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going with it. I'm going with it because we're a duo show here.
Okay.
And M. Mutt shits. I don't necessarily remember Mutt. I think I got Mutt and that other guy.
I got the Mutt and that other guy mixed up too.
Too many hot guys on the show? Is that what we're trying to say?
Mutt is the one Mutt's the one that they did almost a three-way with.
And the thing is here's the thing. Here's how you know that we don't care. Because we grouped all of the hot guys into one little section and then just sort of put them away because we don't. And what did we do? We picked a little Alexis.
So who was Jake? Was Jake the dentist then?
Must have been.
Must be, yeah. What? Mutt.
Because I don't know. M's Moira Rose. Period.
Yeah.
N or O. Nightshirt. Our cup runneth over. I mean, 1-1 set it up.
Yeah. All right.
Nightshirt, I don't necessarily remember. P. Public relations. Petty. Fuck. Alexis, now is not the time. I'm pettifogging. I don't know what that means. Precious love. I mean, I'm going with public relations, I think. Or that or pettifogging, because I
think pettifogging is the kind of nonsense that the show.
I agree. I didn't want to sell it. R. Roland.
Not in the motel, though.
I hear you. This guy, Ray.
Roland is a powerhouse.
Roland's a powerhouse. And here's the thing.
I do like Ray.
It's played by Chris. And Chris himself is a wild card.
Yeah.
There's some lines he says that other people just couldn't get away with and or say as well. He sometimes is a little bit, you're like, come on, dude. Mm-hmm. I agree. Rosebud Motel, though, you're right. It is about Rosebud. It's about Rosebud, like that. What's that movie about Rosebud?
Yeah. It's Citizen Kane.
Yeah, I just put that together.
All right.
Ray Bundy, then?
Yeah, clearly.
Okay. Really?
Maybe. Yeah, do it. It's the motel.
Oh, okay. See, I knew if I waited, he would drive himself crazy and go, "Why didn't I pick the motel off this show?" I don't want none of that. I don't want none of regrets. No regrets.
Stevie.
Yep. Don't even need to look. Ted. Ted's the guy.
Ted is now. Who's Jake?
I gotta go Twyla.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Eugene Levy's daughter.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Huh. That's fun.
And then,
Good for them. Being born into that family.
yeah, I was surprised she didn't play his sister.
Yeah.
I really am. But Alexis nails it.
Yeah.
That actress.
She's great.
Going Twyla. U or V? Veronica Riley. They're stretching, I think. But I love her. Is she the one who used to be on Night Court?
I don't know. I mean, Night Court was a long time ago.
I just feel like it's her so strongly for.
I mean, Google it, guy.
Yeah, I'm afraid because then I might be racist. I mean, I want to go Vivian Blake from Sunrays Rise. I mean, look, it's her.
Yeah.
Just took BuzzFeed's "Which shoe band are you?" I got through the whole thing and ended up with the band "Shoe does not exist." So I registered the web domain for myself. Dropping songs later tonight.
That'd make you laugh. He is en fuego.
Hey, you got a wound? Because Mark Mikula, he got some salt for it. Vivian.
Oh, he's not a dentist. He was a vet. That's right. Boy, we were way off.
Did
we choose that one?
I did.
Which one did we choose?
I chose Vivian Blake.
Yeah, great. Okay, I'm on board.
WXYZ. Wigs, yes.
Yes.
Yep, wigs. And we are Moira Rose.
I love it. I am very happy that we are
personality
Moira.
matches Moira. We did choose a lot of Moira things.
You're outgoing.
True. Charming.
Definitely. Charming.
Persistent.
Yes.
Both of us.
See how I nailed that high five?
You did. You're getting used to it already. It's all about repetition, bud. Like Moira, you're extremely artistic and creative.
Yeah.
We just talked about how artistic and creative we are.
Right.
You're someone who loves to be recognized. Old thing.
Obviously.
For your achievements. I did mention a lot of famous names in association with mine. Agreed.
Okay.
You absolutely love to be the center of attention. That's why maybe you have your own podcast.
And I'm a Leo.
You march to the beat of your own drum. In fact, that drum's called Shoe, and there's other drummers called Shoe, but mine is different. You have an enthusiasm for life, living life to its fullest.
Maybe.
Mr. World Traveler right now.
Maybe.
Going to Cedar Point. And you want to explore the world around you as much as possible. We nailed that quiz.
Yeah, we nailed it.
Let's check back in with our Islanders and see what's going on over here. That was the thing we just read. Let's see if there's another quiz. I don't know what we got on time.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, it is time. It is that time. It is that time.
Well, we got one quiz in. And I'm afraid if we would have done a second one, it would have, yeah. That one worked out so well.
It could have came in Moira as well, the next one. Whatever it was.
Okay.
We could have just still been a Moira is all I'm trying to say.
I mean, I don't think we would have redone the same quiz.
No.
Okay.
But whatever quiz it was.
Probably would have said Moira.
Could have.
Even like which friend are you?
That's all I'm saying.
Okay. So, Roses and Thorns?
Yeah, we're wrapping it up. We're wrapping it up. We are heading that way.
Goes by fast.
It does.
We just read that one.
In fact, I'm going to pull up the Roses and Thorns theme, and that way it's like
Roses and Thorns.
We're actually having a transition. Wouldn't that be fun?
Roses and Thorns.
I got a Rosie and a Thorn for you. Boop. It's under my boops, and then my blips, and my badee-doops.
Oh, my.
Yup. So I got to turn it up, and then go. And then. Roses and thorns. Roses and thorns. Roses and thorns. Hi,
Roses and
YouTubers.
Thorns.
Hi, YouTubers. Look at Roses and Thorns.
I love that song. I love
Well,
that
this is
tune.
everyone's favorite part of the show.
Well, I give a rose to the theme. I mean, I'm just a big fan.
Rose.
All right.
I'd like to give us a Moira Rose for taking our BuzzFeed quiz and finding out that our show is Moira Rose. I didn't even put that connection together when we started it.
That's great.
Which Meltdown Island person are you quiz? Yeah, that's what we need to do. No matter what, every answer is Dustin. Make you go through the quiz. Oh, boy. Just like me.
We'll make that up for next week.
Just for Mark. No, we have to do the Islanders in each Islander.
Roses and Thorns.
Because, you know, somebody likes puns would be more of a Mark Mikola.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Include all the Islanders for sure.
That would be fun. I think I came up with this idea 2 years ago. Well, if you guys are heading out, good talking to you. Thanks again for the explanation. Thanks for hanging out, Seth Grimm. I super appreciate it, bud.
Yeah.
Please, we're here every Tuesday doing this show live. Feel free to come back and visit us again, talk more. Because that's what we do. We just talk. We just tickety talking it up.
We didn't even ask him about New Zealand.
Where are you from, Seth Grimm? He may not be from. That's the thing is. That's the confusing thing is. The band's from New Zealand. Okay. Their fans are worldwide. Right. I'd like to give Seth Grimm a rose.
Before he leaves. Good job, Mark Mikola.
Thank you.
Nice work, Mark Mikola.
Seth Grimm gets a rose for giving us some content. I made you some content. Wisconsin.
He's from Wisconsin. That's hilarious.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's the interweb.
The thing is I've made so many connections on TikTok that I'm getting really used to meeting people from other states and just being like, you're my friend now. It's very strange. That's the thing about that Bo Burnham song that gets me. We're going to go where everybody knows, everybody knows, everybody knows. That's this. Everybody could know us. We're a TV. Our life is like a TV show you can just check into every once in a while.
Yeah.
That's what I remember. When I did Dustin's after show, I said, I feel like down the road, everyone's going to have a TV show. Everybody's going to have their little check-in and, hey, this is what my life's about, blah, blah. Now we got TikTok. Could never imagine TikTok, right? No, but I knew something was coming.
You could.
I didn't. And now, though, that I'm on TikTok, that Bo Burnham song comes on, I go, yep, that's where I'm going. I'm going to where everybody knows me. Everybody knows your name.
Cheers.
Cheers, but in a new way called the internet. Where everybody knows that's Grimm.
I'd like to give...
I haven't changed that description, huh? Oh, I haven't changed that channel description, huh? Man, that was some years. Oh, no, you have a channel description? I'd like to know what it is. Mark Mikola. That takes me back. Oh, that's his thing.
Oh, that's
Stream live directly from the ninth plane of chaos. Oh, that's awesome. Mark Mikola.
Investigative reporter.
He's doing the thing I didn't even know I wanted to do, Sean.
He's like the field guy.
He is. I'd like to field him, if you know what I'm saying.
Nailed it.
Thank you. Man, Mark. Way to come in strong. Even impressing our newest friend, Seth Grimm.
Yeah, right?
Mark Mikola. What are you having tonight? I'll have a Mikola Light.
Workshop.
Okay, well, yeah, it's not 100%.
Yeah, no, it's...
I'd like to give...
Back to the drawing board.
I'd like to give a huge rose for the man on the street here, Mark Mikola.
Huge rose.
I'm giving him applause, I guess. I don't apologize.
Rose and applause. He came through with some good bits.
Yep.
Also some good facts. Some good fact
Remember that bit he did about Shoe and how he's going to start a website?
Yeah, that was probably one of my favorites.
I actually gave up my website, the Shoe website, because I'm like, ain't nobody ever go here.
Ain't nobody. Yeah, remember, you had to have a website now.
Now you don't.
No, you don't.
I mean, they still say, oh, come make a website. We'll do it free. We'll do it all for you now.
Yeah.
Asshole. But now I don't want one.
Yeah, that's why they'll do it for free.
Oh, touche. I give a thorn to the internet.
Thorn to the internet.
A thorn to the flood, to the Detroit flood. I give a thorn to that.
I'm going to give a retroactive rose to Bo Burnham's Inside.
I'm giving you applause. I'm giving you a rose for being strong enough. It takes a strong man to go, maybe I was a little bit wrong. Maybe I was a little bit apprehensive, but you were right.
I checked it out, and it was worth it.
That's very sweet.
I took the path
Dustin begged.
Dustin told me to take, and it made all the difference.
Sold it for 3 weeks. Even lost a friend over it. We're still friends. Well, I'm going to run and go in. Yeah, it's okay, buddy, but I'll give you a rose to meeting new friends.
Oh, yeah, that's
Oh,
nice.
my gosh.
I'll be here next Tuesday. That's great.
Thanks. I also edit this down to a little clip-isode called Roses and Thorns. So you might see yourself here coming up soon, says Grim, this week. Sunday night, usually.
Very secretive. It's very secretive.
Well, man.
All right.
I feel good.
I feel good too, buddy.
Which is weird because I did not feel good before we started the show.
No, you did not.
I even felt a little wobbly during it because of the head.
Huh. Because you didn't rap?
I didn't rap. I didn't have time. And it's so sweaty and whatever. Just didn't have time.
It's really sticky outside.
Man.
All right. Well,
what a good show.
Those errands.
Thank you guys so much.
He has good errands.
Thank you so much, Mark.
Yeah. Thanks, Mark. Good work, buddy.
Inside, I'm crying from happiness, you guys.
It's a real
big shout out to Scott
Island
Dillon.
Community. Oh.
He's still watching, I think. I hope.
That's great.
Maybe he's not. But big shout out to him.
Yeah.
He's not huge in the comments, but that's okay.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Don't need him to be.
No. Yeah. Shout out to Scott. Hey, Scott.
Hope you're well, Scott.
Yeah, good to see you, buddy.
Rose to that hat. Thank you.
Yeah. Like
this is an older hat of mine. This is where I wore it all vacation because I got it on vacation and I wore it and I called myself. I went around that whole vacation going, I've become the gentleman, and I would do this all the time to people. Thorn to the extra $1. Still don't know where.
Micula. He's trying to come up with. He's trying to get the blow for the show.
Mark, that's hilarious, and I feel like it is a Mike. Didn't Mike say it's a common? It's a riddle.
Yeah, it's common.
It's a common riddle, but it's also supposed to see how you problem solve, or something or other. But there's got to be an answer out there.
But there's a callback. That was a callback for
shows ago.
4 shows ago, probably 4 episodes ago. I mean, that's
5.
That's great.
That's real great. I mean, if anything, shows you how we're burrowing into his head.
Yeah, I mean, he's really sharpening his skills.
I mean, just the fact that we really got our hooks in there.
Yeah. Rose to the Late Show too, because it keeps changing from warm to hot, warm to cold, and it makes it visually interesting. Just when we get boring.
Oh, that's so sweet. I time hop, the bell hop.
I like the hat as well. Just to get back to the hat for a second. It looks like the hat. It reminds me of the hat in Rocky. That Rocky, Rocky Horror.
Hey, Adrian, hey, yo.
And
I did a bunch of TikToks. I got all my hats here, and there was a TikTok going around where only females were doing it. Okay. And the guy goes, shows your go-to face for ruining a photo. And then it's what's her name? Who's Jennifer
J-Lo.
we like? Yeah, Jay Lawrence. And she does a face, and then she goes, oh no, wait. Here's a better one. Oh no, wait. Just like Moira with all the voices. Yep, it is. I do so many. But I did so many of these hats. I wore a different hat for each time.
Okay.
Because I realized no one's doing the guy part because it's so small.
Right.
And I duetted 30 in a row on Friday night, and Saturday we had the flood. So I haven't felt funny in days. Yeah. And I've been able to release all those videos though, and everyone's like, "Oh, he's fine.
He's fine.
Oh, he's good."
Yeah.
It's another character.
Rose.
Some would say Thorn. But what can you do? Gotta be me.
Gotta be you.
I gotta be me. Dun, dun. See, if we were in a musical, I'd take a hat off and start. So I did a bunch of duets. Did like 30 of them with these different people on there.
Okay.
And it was fun.
All right.
I'm going to put that out as a video, so you don't have to go look it up, Mark. You don't have to go and download TikToks.
Good.
Unless you want to, because I love it. I'm in deep. Been deep in the TikToks.
It's interesting.
Hey, Jeffy.
Jefferson.
Hey, can we?
just
We can't
walked
pick him
in.
up. I would say let's get him
No.
on screen, but
Yeah.
we can't really pick him up.
Sorry.
Hi, bud.
Good to
Yeah,
see
you a good
Jeff.
boy.
Yeah, such a good boy.
Oh, he's such a good boy.
He's the sweetest.
Oh, you yawning? He's got such an adorable yawn.
Yeah.
Well, he's telling us we gotta get off here.
Yeah.
Poor Jeff. He wants us to get out of here.
All
Get
right.
off the internet.
It's like
He's
the
got to
show's
watch.
Done.
He's got to watch his dog running videos.
Yeah. He comes and flashes the light.
Yeah. 5 minutes. Check out the Kevin Can F Himself show on AMC for more of the actress who plays Alexis.
Oh, that's great.
I heard a funny story about her.
Super curious about that show too.
I heard her interviewed on something, and she did not. When she auditioned, it was her last audition. She was done, and she said, "I'm sending one more into this show," and did not expect to get it. They called her in. She still didn't expect to get it, and she nailed it, and it changed her life. She's now on an AMC show.
Yeah.
But isn't that just it? That's why you don't give
It's
up.
huge. That's why you don't give up.
You got to do what you love, and hopefully your audience will find you. Like Seth Grimm.
Seth Grimm.
We sort of stole him as an audience.
Right.
Now he found us.
It's fine.
And now we're like hanging out, buddies.
Yeah.
I'll come to you. You don't have to go.
Yeah, that's what I usually rely on. Just hold your hand up, and they'll hit you, guy. That's what I finally got.
I can't believe you did. Well, I can believe it. It's a 17-minute video. We had a long talk, but we covered the Cedar Point.
Yeah.
And then we got right into Rose and Thorns, and then all of a sudden, the garden thing, which we could not stop laughing about, is in there. And then the high five, and then I broke that high. I did that late at night because I started laughing about it. I'm like,
Right.
should I?
Yeah.
And I
Check
did.
it out. Check that out. That is a funny one.
But thank you guys so much. The gentleman bids you adieu.
Corporations are not people.
Let's stop the insanity. Corporations are not people. And I've learned from manifesting, we're all rich.
You just blew my mind.
We're rich. Bitch. That's from Dave Chappelle. I stole it from Dave Chappelle. Felt awkward even saying the B word. I'd like to say apologies to all our 4 viewers, one of which is me. So I'm apologizing to myself even.
For stealing the Dave Chappelle stuff?
Well, for saying the B word, really.
Okay. Oh, all right.
But part of manifesting is not saying I want or I need, because then that is not a life of abundance. That is not a life of... I have to show you the video because I sound like a crazy person. I'm sorry. I know it's after time and you got Taco Tuesday.
We got 1 minute.
I know you got Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, it's fucking Taco Tuesday,
makes
man.
it real tight for the show.
Hurry up!
Oh my gosh. That's the Sean I know and love. This lady here.
I can't see her.
Hold on.
Main lessons you come to Earth to learn
Come to Earth to
is
learn.
how to manipulate energy.
Oops. Hit the wrong button.
One of the main lessons you come to Earth to learn is how to manipulate energy. Everything is energy. And you come to Earth to learn how to manipulate that, to be a master manifester. So once you learn how to manipulate energy, you can have
Master
anything you
manifester.
want. Nothing is impossible. They say there are no limitations except the limitations you put upon yourself. First, you have to know what you want. And a lot of people say, well, I need this. I want this.
I want us
Those
to be
are the
rich,
wrong
remember?
words.
Right.
In creating your reality, if you say, I need, I want, well, see, you're creating a lack.
I want a taco.
And you're putting it off by I want
You have
it.
a lack of a taco.
No, the wording is I have it.
I have
And
a
you gotta
taco
believe
waiting
it.
for me.
It's a law of the universe
That's true.
called the law of abundance, the law of attraction. You can have anything
Law of
you
abundance,
want.
law of attraction. You have a lack of
attracted
taco
to
now,
abundance.
but you also have the taco waiting for you.
All right.
And that's why I felt like we've been trolling me for the last few years by saying I want Dustin to get rich, yet not doing anything to make the show little tweaks.
Dustin is rich.
Dustin, we're all rich, dare I say.
There.
I just did. I dared it. I dare you to. I dare you to meet me there. Beat me there. Don't meet me there. That's it. So that one's from Snoop Dogg. I think the new Justin is just telling you where he steals all his bits from. When I used to say, I created that bit. How dare they steal it from me? Oh, classic.
Classic. All right.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye for now, and then we'll see you next time on Meltdown
Island.